Alright everyone, welcome back to Megaman 2. We have 2 enemies left to go, and I'm going to go with Bubble Man first, as his is Heat Man's weakness, and I vehemently hate Heat Man's stage, for reasons that will become apparent when I get there. Once again, I kind of have to call into question, where are these levels? Like, where is it that these robot masters have taken over and are causing havoc? We had what looked like a factory of some sort, some kind of woods. Ahaha, Woodman. This place, I suppose, could be a water treatment facility or perhaps a hydroelectric dam. I didn't think about that. Waterfall, hydroelectric dam. Yeah, I could see that. I hate that you could just fall on that enemy there with no warning where they're going to be. That was somewhat cheap, if you ask me. I don't even know what to refer to Crash Man's stage as. The Stairway to Heaven? Maybe Air Shooter would make hitting that easier. Oh, it makes hitting it easier, but it does nothing to it. Let's go with the tried and true old Mega Buster. Now, I can't help but wonder what the P on the weapon select there stands for. I'm sure someone, go ahead and leave a comment in the comment section what you thought the P in Mega Buster stood for. Or the P for selecting your primary weapon, I suppose that could be what it is, stood for. The jellyfish robots. These always reminded me of Metroids. Another game of which I am rather fond. Though I will admit that these are significantly less threatening than actual Metroids. Those spikes chilling above me, on the other hand, are more than a bit hair-raising. Admittedly, the platforming here isn't really that bad. The spikes are scary, but not terribly difficult to avoid. Give me that head! This being, along with a lot of other NES games at the time, your jump height could be cut by simply letting go of the jump button. And so avoiding the spikes here is not terribly difficult, but it does always present, and you know, I suppose for younger gamers at the time who had a bit less impulse control, especially in stressful situations, that could be quite the annoying hindrance. These enemies just really make me crabby. Onward to Bubble Man, the diving robot, in an area with fishnets in the background. And once again, we resort to ye tried and true metal cutter, or excuse me, metal blade. A weapon, in fact, specifically stated to be sharper, I believe, than the rolling cutter of the first game in Metal Man's design. I don't know. Wily's a crazy old kook, but he sure the hell knows how to build a weapon. As it was actually Wily's design from a lore standpoint, that Megaman was equipped with his iconic Buster hand cannon. Bubble Lead, however, is a weapon I have to question. I don't really understand how bubbles make a good weapon, though I believe I read somewhere that apparently hydrochloric acid was somehow put into the mix of the Bubble Lead weapon, and I can imagine a bubble of hydrochloric acid would be, that's bad times, man. I suppose I have gone back on my saying that I would try my damnedest not to abuse the metal cutter, but it's just so useful. That omnidirectional firing capability is... it's good times. Overcoming the shortcoming of the Mega Busters only being able to fire on one plane of height. However, I suppose that is part of what adds to the challenge, that lining up your shot. But that is a subject that's been gone over by many people before, so I'll leave that as it is. Really, we're just here for the gameplay. And the Metal Oreos. I mean, who doesn't like Metal Oreos? All the iron you need in a day, and a delicious and deadly snack that can look back. Why not? I'll take the cheap route. Nah, no need, no need. Those walls there. Ah, there you go. Thinking about it, the fact that your Mega Buster shots ricochet off these walls, unlike pretty much everywhere else in the game, every other wall in the game, that could have been a reasonable way of signaling that, oh, good heavens, that was just dumb. I was thoroughly ejected from that area. Yes, the evil blocks, the evil disappearing blocks of doom, are most definitely my beef with this stage. Don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that they are bad game design by any means. They are certainly a legitimate platforming difficulty. That being said, I don't have to like them, and I'm not gonna. And this is precisely why I wanted item 2 before I came to this level. Though it doesn't help me terribly right here, there is a second half of this particular disappearing block puzzle with a move that is particularly douchey in my opinion, because the area directly before it kind of lulls you into a false sense of security that they're going to cease with these damn knowing that the block above you is where you're going to need to jump to and being able to time that like we've got twice right here. It seems like, oh, you know, we're going to put you in an incredibly precarious position where missing one of these is going to result in instant death, but we're going to be nice and cut back on the needing to know where the blocks are coming from to begin with. And then they go back on that. See, right here, the platforming gets very simple. Just always one jump ahead of you, that's all. Perhaps a very, very, very minor change in elevation. But then right there, right where I had just gone over, right over that pit, they pull a needing to know that it's going to be above you, with no warning beforehand. And so has resulted in many of my own deaths, as well as others, I'm sure. But onward. Onward to Heat Man. Zippo Man, as it were. As he most definitely does resemble a Zippo brand lighter. In fact, in the future, they actually put a bit of lore to him that he's actually got a dial on his back to adjust the strength of his flame. But that's just me being a lore hound. H. Get equipped with atomic fire. Coming from Japan, that might be a little touchy of a subject. But what is not touchy of a subject is Dr. Light's item number 1. Which is essentially a balloon with a platform on it. But with all obtainable weapons and items out of the way, we're definitely not getting through the Wily stages as quickly as we've been able to pull off getting through a third Robot Master. So I'll see you all on the other side.